party. The PDP now, that's the Turaki faction, is accusing the Federal High Court of bias following dismissal of the suit challenging the police blockade of the National Secretariat of the party. According to the PDP, the court's decision to dismiss the case, despite it being formally withdrawn in line with court rules, deepens its concerns about the level of partiality in the judiciary. So, in a statement issued yesterday by I don't know if I should say the National Public Secretary of the party now, because there are two factions here, but I'll just say INT'L and 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐀𝐈𝐒, the party said that the judge was biased in flinging out the suit. And I mean, as I said, there are all kinds of suits and applications on the courts that even as journalists, it's hard for us to track, the state of things in your party at the moment. And this is happening barely a year before the general elections, Honorable Adeyemi. I mean, what do you make of this crisis as a member of the party, and also an elder, I should say, in the party as well?
Thank you very much for this question. I want you to have something at the back of your mind that I'm a politician with a difference. I'm not a core politician. I'm a professional in politics. Irrespective of the fact that I've held several posts or positions in the party. I blend my comments and observation with my journalistic experience and the profession I belong to. So in a way, I just must say the truth at all times. Not for now, but because of the image and for the future. As I'm talking to you right now, we don't have a party. That's just the truth. We don't have a PDP that is recognized that can put up any candidate for any election. So if the purpose of being in a political party is to contest an election, and you are not recognized by the authorities or people who are in charge of that election, what it simply means is that you don't have a political party. Why some of us are still in PDP is because we believe PDP will rise up again. Temporarily, we are not functioning.
So when you say
the party you are referring to,
right,
the convention in Ibadan,
yes,
it's a jamboree. Just like how it was described, Amala December jamboree or whatever. And the caretaker committee set up by the Wicked Group is not being recognized by INEC. So we are in a limbo. We are nowhere for now. So whoever is issuing any statement on behalf of the party is just doing it for people just to hear him. Not that the party is, or not that there is a party right now.
Right. Okay, so when you say there's no party right now, I assume you're still a card-carrying member of that party. And which of the factions are you aligning with at the moment? Because the house is divided presently, right? There is the Makinde and Bala Mohammed group, and then there is the Wike group. Although both factions say there is no faction in our party, we are the legal ones. So, but as journalists, we're just observing how things are going. So, which of the sides are you aligned with at the moment?
It is the judiciary that will tell us which of the two groups is authentic.
Okay.
And as soon as the court declares which of the parties is recognized or will be recognized by INEC, I flow with that.
Okay, so if the court declares the Makinde group as a legal one, they conduct primaries, you will support whoever it is that emerges from that group?
Of course, yes, I will.
Right.
I'm a party man. I believe in politics of PDP, nothing more than that.
Yeah, and what would you say to those who would say, look, this crisis in this party is caused by a rivalry between two individuals, former Governor Wike, the Minister of FCT, and the current Governor for your state, 𝐶EI Makinde. Two of them, if both of them can align, presently the crisis will be over.
The two of them they can never align.
Why do you think so?
They will not align. You see, the most difficult misunderstanding of fight to settle is the one between two friends who know themselves in and out. And if you know quite well that both Wike and Makinde are prominent members of the G5.
Yes.
So what happened was a kind of a division. They wanted to divide the party among themselves, maybe for their selfish or personal interest. 𝐶EI Makinde is interested in becoming the candidate of the party at the presidential level. And Wike is ready to hold on to the party to use it for whatever reason. So having hijacked the party from whoever, from Atiku and all of them, it is now narrowed to the two of them. Makinde was eager to have the secretary of the party, leaving the chairman to Wike. Wike is not ready to give that because Wike knows the importance of having the secretary. He held on to his own secretary. Makinde brought Okoye. Wike believed in Anyanwu. And when Makinde wanted to use the excuse of Anyanwu contesting for governorship, Wike pointed it out to him that it is not in the constitution that he should resign before or after the contest, which was a kind of a lacuna in the party's constitution. So Wike played on that. Makinde will not have any of that until they went to court. And the Yoruba, by the court to do sure, it was at that moment that we knew there was no going back. Also, it develops from there. So there is no way they are going to come back.
Right.
Even when Bukola Saraki suggested that there should be a caretaker committee so that we go on with the party, Makinde insisted on having the convention in Ibadan. So I don't see any reason, or I don't see the possibility of the two of them coming together. It has become a kind of a battle to finish.
Right.
But if the court now decides, then we will flow with whoever.
Yes, and from your analysis, Honorable Ode, I mean, it looks like it was the G5 that scuttled the PDP, because it all started with advocacy for a southern president and then asking 𝐒𝐲 to resign, not supporting Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 presidential election, the PDP losing, and now the two main characters in that G5 group at the time are the ones causing the problem. So, I mean, if we didn't have G5, perhaps the PDP would have been a lot stronger in the 2023 election, perhaps won against the APC at the time.
No, the problem started from when Secondus decided to invite, to bring back Atiku, Tambuwa, and all of them into PDP. There was nothing wrong in that. The more the merrier. But when he brought them back, they came back with the ambition of hijacking the party from Wike. And the first step they did was to have Secondus to set up a committee. Secondus set up a committee headed by Bala to tell the party which zone should present the presidential candidate. Of course, we didn't need that committee at that point in time. We knew after 8 years of Buhari, the South should produce the presidency. But because of the coup they wanted to execute, Secondus flew with them and set up a committee. So Bala Mohammed came up with his recommendation that the president can come from any part of the country and they were going to win the election. So that was the beginning of the crisis. You can't go away for so many years and come back to hijack the party from somebody who has been nurturing it.
So you
and even at the convention, right, Wike would have won. Well, David Mark, who was the chairman of the convention, was part of the coup. After allowing all the candidates to speak with the delegates for 2 or 3 minutes, when Wike came up, they specifically put Wike as the last person to speak. But when Wike came on the podium, his ovation was the loudest. And they knew with that he was going to win the primary election. They now decided among themselves to distribute the positions and asked Tambuwa to go back to the podium, which Wike protested. We have not spoken. Let us go into this election. He said, no, I am the chairman of the convention. I have every right to give anybody any opportunity to speak again. When Tambuwa now came, he now said all the aspirants will step down for Atiku. They should all their delegates should vote for Atiku.
Honorable Day,
yes.
From your analysis again, it looks like it all started with Uche Secondos, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's ambition to be president at the time.
Exactly.
So they had issues with him. Now Atiku Abubakar has gone. He's in the ADC, and it looks like the ADC is waxing stronger while the PDP is in crisis. So if Atiku was the problem, why is it that the party has not sorted itself out even after Atiku's exit?
Just like I said, when Makinde and Wike had the party to themselves, it now became a kind of an opportunity to divide themselves, to have their own share of the party apparatus. Makinde wanted the secretary. He knew the importance of the secretary to his ambition. And Wike will not have any of that. They all have different reasons of using PDP. Why Wike is using his own authority and power to punish PDP or to make it align with the president's second term ambition. Seyi Makinde has his own separate ambition, which is to become the candidate, even though we know or we can predict why he wanted it. Seyi wanted to become the candidate of PDP just to make name and show up his reputation in Nigeria.
Just to make name? You don't think he's qualified? He says he's overqualified to be president. Just to make name.
Which qualification are you talking about?
Okay, Honorable, please hold that thought, sir. Please hold that thought, sir. We'll take a break now. When we get back, we'll go to our panelists to get their own thought as well. Do stay with us. I think Barrister is now on the call. He wasn't there when we started the show, but he's here now. So stay with us. We'll be back in a moment on the podium. Don't go away.
Ìkànnì Adẹ́rìn-Pòṣónú.
32 FM, the Pioneer Joy Station.
32 FM,
the station admired by other radio stations.
32 FM, baby.
One tagline is never enough. 32 FM, 94.9. Filling the world with laughter.
Are you ready? Check 1 2, check 1 2.
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes. Double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star Double Cubes, made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that deep flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie Double Cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Ahlan wa sahlan famara aba ya sharral karim. Oṣù bùkún oṣù àforíjìn, oṣù Ramadan máa wulẹ̀ máa rọra, oṣù tí Ọlọ́run Ọba Allah sọ wípé gbogbo ẹni bá ṣe dáadáa kan níbẹ̀ òun yóò san ní ẹ̀san lọ́pọ̀. Nínú iṣẹ́ ládá tí ẹ̀dá tún lè ṣe, tí ládá ẹ̀dá ó tún fi tẹ̀sùn lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run Ọba Allah, ó ní kí ẹ̀dá ó máa ná nínú ohun tí Ọlọ́run fún lóore sójú ọ̀nà tọlọ́run. Kí ládá tèmi tìrẹ lè tún tẹ̀sùn lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run Ọba Allah, pàtàkì jùlọ nínú oṣù Ramadan. Ìdí nìyí tí ìkànnì 32 FM 94.9 tá a kalẹ̀ ká sájà kan kòkó àzùgbẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn fi ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ètò ọlọ́kùn òjọ̀kan tí a lè ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ nínú oṣù Ramadan yìí láti jẹ́ kí ládá tiwa náà tún kún kẹ́kẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run Ọba. Àwọn ètò tí a lè ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ bíi wáàsí ọlọ́gbọ̀n ìṣẹ́jú, oníṣẹ́jú mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún, oníṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá àti oníṣẹ́jú márùn-ún. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ìrun pípè lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan àti àwọn ètò kíni àti ètò ìpolówó ọjà lówó tí ò ga jara lọ. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ̀lọ́ Ali ní 081 43 38 0224, Yusuf 080 53 56 11 31. Ramadan ọdún yìí kò ní jẹ́ àṣemọ fún wa o. Allahumma àmín.
Àwọn tí tún dòde oṣù Ramadan mọ̀rí abá.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Krima.
And where you need to have the break time.
Kivo Krima.
If not tea, Papa Garita.
Kivo Krima. Kivo Krima.
Ìlera lọ́rọ̀, ìlera níyì ọmọnìyàn, ẹ̀dá tó lálàáfíà ní rojú ṣayé, ẹni tágọ̀ ara rẹ̀ jí pépé ní ronú àti gbáyé ṣe rere. Ẹ gbọ́, kí ló ń fa ìsàn kankan? Àátátà, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ríru ńkọ́, blood pressure, àtàwọn àìsàn ìfojúrí míì ti ṣara níjàmbá. Ẹ má wá lọ jìnnà. Dókítà orí afẹ́fẹ́ lètò, tẹ́ máa gbọ́ níkànnì 32 FM 94.9 ní gbogbo ọjọ́rú ọ̀sẹ̀. Láago kan ọ̀sán sáago méjì, níbi tẹ́ ti máa bá àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ létò ìlera pàdé lanilọ́yẹ̀ lórí ìlera wa àtàwọn ọ̀nà àbáyọ sílẹ̀ ìsàn ìtọ̀ ṣúgà, diabetes, ìjọgbọ́ wíwò, kí làwọn ohun kò ṣeé mọ̀jẹ̀ àtàwọn kò ṣeé máàmù fáwọn tó bá láìsàn yìí àtàwọn ìdojúkọ míì tó ṣeéṣe kẹ́yìn ó máa nílágọ̀ọ́ ara yín. Olúbímpé Fátóyè látọ́kùn ètò dókítà orí afẹ́fẹ́ níkànnì 32 FM 94.9. ìlera wa ò ní di fíafíà jẹ́gàjẹ́gàjẹ́gàjẹ́.
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes. Double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star Double Cubes, made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that deep flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie Double Cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Win from over 80 million naira in cash and exciting prizes in the Golden Hunt promo.
This promo, there's no need for advert anymore.
Because
my mom alone can hunt down any gist. How much more 80 million naira in prizes with the whole family involved?
Naija, let the Golden Hunt begin. Just buy any Golden Morn Golden Hunt 30 gram or 45 gram promo pack. Look inside for a unique code and dial star 8011 star 1 hash for a chance to win big. Promo ends April 15, 2026. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
This year 2026, may you buy lands.
Amen.
May you build houses.
Amen.
May you live long enough to dwell in them.
Amen.
And see your investments yield every return.
Now that we have prayed, it's time to take action. We are Soft Sands Property, and we've partnered with your darling station, 32 FM 94.9, to kickstart your investment journey. Check out our lands at Orange Estate, Ido, off Ologuneru Road, and Mango Estates, Akufo, off Lifefort International School. A plot costs 3 million and 2 million naira respectively, with an option to structure payments for as long as 6 months. You can call or chat with Soft Sands on 0916 461 5000 or 0911-555-0055. Take your first step in owning your dream home today. Soft Sands Property, created to house the world.
dèlò èdè fèdè yangan àtàwọn àkànlò èdè ayàwòrán tó perégedé fìrómọ̀rí sí fènìyàn pohùn àtàwọn ìṣàmúlò ẹwà èdè Yorùbá tó jíire lẹ́yìn máa pápàdé lórí ètò Yorùbá dùn ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ajé láago 7 àṣálẹ́ ṣaago 8 kọjá 20 ìṣẹ́jú pẹ̀lú ìtúpalẹ̀ àwọn lítírésì eré oníṣe tó kún fọ́gbọ́n ìmọ̀ òye àṣà ìrírí lọ́pọ̀ yanturu tá a fi gbélé ayé tó kọ́mọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìkànnì 32 FM 94.9 lẹ́wọ̀n sì máa gbọ́ ètò Yorùbá dùn pẹ̀lú Olúbímpé Fátóyè àtọ́kùn ètò a kì í fowó ròyìn kó má lè kọ́ni lójú Olúgbénga Ìdòwú ó yá gbé sókè. ọjọ́ 17 tí wọ́n ṣe ìgbéyàwó ni olóyè pé ilé ọmọ Dèbó jáde ó sì gé ó fi aṣọ funfun wé. boko jìnnà ìlà kì í kó ìpàdé tó dọjú ajé ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí nìkànnì 32 FM 94.9 Yorùbá dùn Yorùbá rẹwà Yorùbá wò mí jọjọ.
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes. Double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star Double Cubes, made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that deep flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie Double Cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back. It's the Podium on 32 FM 94.9. Remember, we're live on Facebook, 32 FM 949 Fenya. Our guest this morning is Honorable Dino Adeyemi, a former Deputy National Public Secretary in the Southwest of the PDP, People's Democratic Party. We're talking about the crisis in his party, 2027 elections, and projections ahead of the election year. So let me welcome Barrister now. Barrister, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I thought you had a challenge connecting with us earlier, but great to have you now. So you have the floor, Barrister. You have the floor.
Very much.
Yeah.
I think it's got to do with the grid that collapsed again. I could not charge my overnight.
Oh.
Let me thank for a job well done. My brother, the noble prof. Good morning. And Larry, it's so good to have you with us. Now, let me go to my concern. Makinde revealed to Nigeria the meeting YUSUF had with Tinubu, and they promised to ensure that he would make PDP ungovernable to assist Tinubu's proposed second coming.
He has denied that. Don't let us go into that.
He denied it.
He has denied it, that nothing of such happened.
But
and we should go with facts.
Everything
is the word of Wike against 𝐂𝐝 now. Whichever one we want to believe. But not that it has become a fact. He has denied it.
Let us not believe Makinde then.
Okay.
Let us look at the conduct of Wike.
Okay,
is it not suggested that he intends to use that platform for Tinubu's second coming?
Yeah.
And the fact that Wike continues to attract a wide following from the PDP, while he has not been able to be unseated by the Makinde group, is it not suggestive that majority of PDP members are in support of the move to ensure Tinubu's second coming? Now, my question is this. If the PDP no longer exists, because Wike has the big following, that's why they have not been able to unseat him, isn't it time to wind up that party?
Is that the question?
Yes, sir. That's a question for you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the question. Unfortunately, Wike is taking a revenge of what PDP did to him. And he's using the power he has from the presidency to do that. The presidency on their own are extremely too happy to have somebody like Wike to ensure that they don't have a strong opposition like they did against PDP when they were outside the government. Rather than ask or say that we should wind up PDP, I still believe that this is a temporary setback. The whole essence of this crisis is because it is President Tinubu that is the president, who I want to regard and call the master of the game. Master of the game in the sense that he knew how he did it when he was outside the government. He's now using a system to ensure that he keeps himself in office and even win a second term. Some of us who still believe that in PDP as a political party, we not say it should be wind up or be wind down by INEC. No, that will never happen. There's no law that says that. Rather, we will say we are in temporary crisis. We are temporarily in crisis. The crisis will be resolved perhaps after 2027, not before. That's just the truth, not before. What is going to happen, I can predict, is we will likely go into alliance or coalition with other political parties that appear serious to challenge Tinubu. But in PDP, there is no way we can present a candidate by now and ask and campaign and believe we will win that election against Tinubu. It will be an exercise in futility. The party will not die, but it will resurrect after 2020, after 2027.
Right. Let's go to Prof now. Prof? Hello, Prof?
Yeah. I'm just wondering that we are always looking to Wike as somebody, the only person who is likely to be working for the president. Doesn't it appear also that the steps that Governor Makinde has taken is also working for us, or working in favor of the president? I mean, if somebody like the former governor of Kwara State and Senate President suggests that they should set up a caretaker committee rather than go on with the convention in Ibadan, and he refused, knowing fully well that there will be legal consequences and implications, why didn't he take a more reconciliatory position rather than going on with that jamboree? My question is, don't you also think that willy-nilly he is also working in favor of Tinubu?
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. I want to say that I agree with you in total. The only thing or the only difference between Wike and Ķeyi Makinde is one is an introvert, the other one is an extrovert. But they are all working for the same purpose, but using different methods and taking different directions. That is it. Let me give you an example of why I want to believe or align myself with that theory. Recently, Governor YUSUF blew a whistle that the federal government and Ķeyi Makinde are working together to such an extent that during the bomb blast, the federal government gave 50 billion to Ķeyi Makinde or approved 50 billion for Ķeyi Makinde. That it doesn't see Ķeyi Makinde coming on TV to say he will not support Tinubu, that he was deceiving the people. When that happened, Ķeyi Makinde denied and called for an evidence. And you can trust the presidency. In such a situation, they have found somebody they could use to tell the public the truth. So in a way, the document was released to Fayose. Fayose brought out the document that's where we saw that the presidency approved 50 billion. It was then that Ķeyi Makinde now came up to say, yes, 50 was approved, but I got 30. I got 30. This was much after telling the people of Oyo State that even the one when he said he received 30, he came up with explanation and justification of expenditure of that 30 billion. It was after that he quickly realized and corrected himself that he had already taken 30 billion from Oyo State Force to execute whatever he said he spent the money on.
Absolutely.
He now reversed himself and said the 30 billion is intact in a bank.
Yeah.
Then the question now followed. 30 billion in a bank over a year without deduction or addition. They have not been able to answer that. The point is, if you lie to cover a lie, you will need hundreds of lies to cover it. So in a way, with that alone, I want to believe that Ķeyi Makinde is working for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And perhaps his intention and determination to become the presidential candidate of PDP is to use it at the end of the day to negotiate.
Yes.
That is why I say I believe in what you are saying. It's not that I don't know,
Toba,
but it wasn't the question I was asked.
Let me crave your indulgence.
Right, go ahead.
I want to ask my brother, if it is true that Makinde is surreptitiously working for the president, why would they expose him as they have done? Because the stain on his white garment will not go away for a very long time. For instance, with somebody like me, who had always supported him, I have now distanced myself from him. So if he was working for them, why would they bring such a stain upon him?
Can I answer that, sir?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Now, nobody knew this until Ķeyi Makinde decided to copy Wike by speaking to the world through various media on television. When the question was now put to him if he was going to support the presidency, it was like boxing him into a corner in the open. And there was nothing he could do than to say, yes, I will not support the president. The moment that came from his mouth, the presidency picked it up. You cannot be our friend in the night and be our enemy in the day. It's blackmail. It's soft blackmail. It's allowed in politics. So that is exactly why the issue of 50 billion came out. And I will not be surprised if his recent visit to Aso Rock is to go and pledge his loyalty and, try to downplay what he said on the TV.
Right.
I will not be surprised if it comes out like that.
Yeah, Honorable, I like the fact that you mentioned his recent... Okay, Prof, you want to add something? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me just add a dimension to this.
Yes.
Remember also that, of course, we have heard Fayoshe's response to Makende's visit to Aso Rock.
Yes.
But there's another dimension to it. Remember that the president has a stake in Oyo State, and they want APC to win the governorship situation. And as we speak, we don't even know anybody is going to succeed Seyi Makinde in the PDP. So my hunch is really that undermining Seyi Makinde weakens the PDP in Oyo State and therefore enhances the chances of the APC. So I don't think there's any contradiction in their putting that stake in Seyi Makinde. In fact, they are going to magnify it even further with the way Fayoshe has interpreted Makinde's visit to Aso Rock and what transpired between him and the president. Right.
Thank you, Prof. Okay, Honorable Demi, I just wanted to also go in the line of where Prof stopped. So there are those who say that, like you have said, that he might have gone to the presidency to douse the tension, pledge his loyalty and all of that. But when he was speaking to the press after the meeting, he said that, it's about Nigeria and he likes a bipartisan approach to national issues. And the fact that we are politicians does not mean we do not have a relationship with the president. He's the president of Nigeria and not the president of the APC. It's a valid point that the governor made there to explain and clarify reason he visited the president after making that comment about his engagement with the president, how his ministerial nominee was not picked eventually, and and they also feel like Wike has been adequately compensated. The other Governor Okpazo has been given an ambassadorial appointment. It's only Governor Makinde, who worked in the G5 as well, that was yet to be compensated. So I just want you to put all of this together for us in terms of what he said about bipartisan approach to national issues. Isn't that what we need from a politician, putting aside political differences and talking to the leader of the nation?
You have just established the reason why Governor Makinde is against the president. And he tacitly mentioned it during his media briefing, that he wasn't compensated for working with the president. Until he said that, did anybody in Oyo State believe he worked with the presidency? And don't forget what it cost other party members with his action. He benefited in a way by winning his re-election. But what of other people who lost their own election as senators and reps simply because she supported the president? Will you not see that as a selfish desire against other people's wish? That's one. Let us establish that as number one. Number two, there are instances where politicians play to the gallery or say something that you will think is against, but at the same time a system of working for. That he came out of Aso Rock to say, yes, I'm still in PDP. What if he decides to stay in PDP just like we established that Wike is in PDP and working for the president? Is this the same story? He is still in PDP, but will work for the president's second term.
You think he will work for the president's second term?
Not that I think, I know.
But he wants. When he was asked the question, he says he's overqualified to be president. He talked about his resume. It's something that you can brag about. Getting that $1 million contract at a very young age. Building his business, scaling his business to a multi-million-dollar business, and then running for office a couple of times before eventually becoming the governor of the state. He's qualified to be president, don't you think?
When a politician speaks, the way and manner we understand and interpret him will be quite different from the way you will read and interpret him as a journalist. I know behind the same issues and statements. I'm just putting it to you that all what Ķeyi said, of course, if he eventually gets the presidential ticket of PDP, he's going to negotiate with the president. It's not that he meant it. Who is Ķeyi in Nigeria that he will now say he wants to be president against Bola Tinubu?
A two-time governor, you know.
Forget about two-time governor. You know, you just want to make us laugh. Two-time governor is never the quality or the indices through which Ķeyi Makinde as an individual will rule Nigeria. Who knows Ķeyi Makinde outside of your state? In Osun State, we are not his friend. If he comes out tomorrow, we will not vote for him in Osun. I'm sure I can tell you that in Ogun State, he's not having that name and integrity. He doesn't. He's not somebody that is friendly. I'm not saying he doesn't perform. He's a performer. I give it that to him. But when you talk of interpersonal relationship, when you talk of his mien, he doesn't have political friends. And he has said he doesn't have political leader or political godfather. So where is he politically? After the expiration of his term in Oyo State, you will see what is going to happen.
No, I mean,
he will become an ordinary person.
Isn't that what it should be? Because I mean, if a politician says he doesn't have a political godfather, that his loyalty is to the people. I mean, we're seeing the crisis in Rivers State where godfatherism has led them. There are those who say, I mean, that's why Oyo State is seeing the kind of, you've said that he's a performer. That's why Oyo State is seeing the kind of performance that we're seeing right now under the governor. That's why we've not gone back to the dark days of, later Dedibu and the current Olubadan, what the crisis that happened at the time. So the fact that he's been able to establish himself as a man of the people, maybe that's what is working in his favor here.
You see, that is what Ķeyi Makinde is using to deceive both the journalists and the people of Oyo State. That's a deceit. When you are in politics, the God you say is your God now will not come down from heaven to assist you to win an election. You still need representatives in virtually all the wards in all the local government. These are the people you call leaders before you become the governor. These are the people that are there for you, that were there for you before you win an election. I'm not saying, look, you are weighing leadership and politicians' involvement in governance with the likes of Adedibu. Forget about that era, forget about that. Look at it from the angle of we all contributed to make you a governor. You are our representative in this political party. Don't disparage us in the eye of the people, and don't use that as an excuse to say you are a saint. You are not. The 50 billion example has showcased you. That's the only one we know for now. What of others? Are you now saying you have not benefited when you became the governor of the state in any way? Don't let us deceive ourselves. You see, how much? I'm not even talking of money.
Yeah.
It's not about putting money in the pocket of politicians that we are talking about here when you say political leaders. It is about their relevance. If you now say because you are the governor, you are the one that will superintend over whoever is the leader in Oyo town or in Ogbomoso, petitioning previous leaders that assisted you to become the governor, then we are not saying anything. The parameter you are using to weigh or to talk about politicians or political leaders is not the likes of Adedibu that we are talking about. How much was he not putting money in their pocket before he became the governor? So why is it now that we now blackmail them that it's because I don't give them money? How much do you want to give them? Are you not giving people giving money to people?
Okay, so Honorable Adeyemi, so when you say personal relationship with leaders in the state and outside the state as well in the southwest, what exactly are you talking about? Because you say he's not a friendly politician, it's not somebody who carries people along. So I'd like you to break it down for us so we can put things in proper perspective. So you've dismissed the issue of money now. So what exactly are the issues with the governor in terms of him not being friendly or not carrying the elders along?
Look at it from this background.
Yeah.
As a journalist, look at all the people that you know were behind Ķeyi Makinde before he became the governor. You will talk of Mulika Tadiola, you talk of Bisi Olopoeyan, you talk of Baba Nureni Iba Oluyole, you talk of, even his former deputy, Olaniyan, who has now defected. You talk of Hallelujah. You talk of various politicians in Oyo State. Where are they today? Who are with him? Do your research. Go and ask questions. Go outside what we are discussing now. How many of them are with him? How many of them will still support him if he comes out tomorrow? That's one. Even in PDP that he is, how many governors have defected? How many are his friends as I'm talking to you right now? Demola Adeleke, who happens to be the second governor in the southwest with him, are they friends till now? You cannot be the only one that is perfect or that is a saint. No, you cannot. You are not.
And all of this is happening because of him. Because of him. All of this is happening because of his relationship with these people. He's the one not treating them right. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Let's put it down at that.
Right. Okay. And treating them right means that giving them preferences, appointments. Because I really want to get down to what exactly it means to treat the elders right.
You have just mentioned part of it. Will a governor expect money from Governor 𝐂𝐈𝐒? No. It's your behavior, your attitude, your utterances and action against your fellow governors that we are talking about. If we did not see the one you are doing with people at home, what of your other governors? He was a very close friend to Fintiri at a point in time. And I'm aware that Fintiri's son was even living in his house. Are they still friends today? Is Governor Ademola Adeleke his friend today? Who are his friends? They ask that question. Who is his friend?
So you think he's isolated politically now?
If he's not isolated, how many governors are in PDP now that he's relating with?
How
many politicians are with him in Oyo State that he's relating with?
Some people might
say. How many people outside Oyo State are relating with him?
Okay,
he's on his own.
So some people might say.
He's only his time.
Yes.
You will realize all this after the expiration of his office.
I mean, this argument you are putting up, I also heard it before his second term election. There were those who said that, look, Governor 𝐂𝐈𝐒 came in through a coalition in 2019. Some people are angry with him. Eventually, when the elections were held, he won by landslide. It was surprising. So, I mean, if he won by landslide at the time when people were feeling like he had jettisoned the elders, what's the assurance that at the end of the day, if he decides to, run for political office again, he would also, win by landslide like he did in 2023?
Let's wait until that. I don't have any answer for that. Let's wait.
Okay, let me go to Prof.
Let's wait.
Let me go to Prof. Prof?
I'm interested in pursuing the argument that you have made because first and foremost, I think the whole question of is working for the people. It's questionable given the light of what has happened with the money for the
explosion. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Then secondly, somebody else will say that he's working for himself because if you then see how he even won the second election. It was just a constellation of forces. He benefited from Tinubu's emergence into the scene. And there was an understanding between the presidency, and then, the president's unwillingness to also support openly the APC candidate, which created a situation where all his fears were now taken up by the negotiation that he has at the federal level. Remember also that when you talk about a two-term governor, you need to take Tinubu as an example. Two-term governor did not make him what he is today. And you know how long it took him, to consistently invest and continues to raise money even when he was no longer in office. So do you envisage a similar situation of Lagos in Oyo State in the absence of 𝐂𝐈𝐒? It's a very. I think the issues that we need to deal with is because again, performance is assessed in different ways.
Subjective, yes.
We can look at education, for instance, and ask what is happening in the educational sector, and we can also remember that local government money is typically hijacked in Oyo State. So what happened to the local government? So so we can't take it for granted. Oh, it's a performing governor. Then you also talk about faithfulness. Remember, it is even the first term was not done without Wike's support.
Exactly.
Because the major problem he had was how do you get the PDP ticket in the first place? And without Wike, that was a tall order for him because he tried that in 2016. I know exactly what he experienced. So I think it's important for us to know that having these influential politicians is also part of the people, because you ask, who are the people? Is it the nameless people on the street? Because we vote in block. People are in charge of locations and they mobilize on behalf of the candidate. So I really think that we should not overrate things and take things as fact when they are not. And my question is this. If the PDP does not feed a candidate, is the PDP going to form an alliance with ADC?
Yeah, Honorable Demi. Yeah.
Yes, I can tell you for free that is exactly what is going to happen. But it is going to happen. It's going to be with all strength if only the presidential candidate is choosing from the south. That's a condition.
Okay. But the governor of Osun State left PDP and went to Accord.
Yes.
And then we also have one popular candidate here in Ibadan, Hamzat,
Frayo,
who has gone to Accord. Is there any connection between the two?
Well, politically, if you mention Accord, since Adeleke is a member of Accord, whoever is a member of Accord in other states will be his friend. Not that there is that pre-arranged connection or whatever. But now that he has declared, there is that opportunity of being friends. That's how politics works. Sheyi cannot be his enemy, and we choose the candidate of Accord in Oyo State as another enemy. No, that will be his friend.
All right, let's go to Barrister now. Barrister.
Yes, Toba.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, let me ask my brother this question because it's been so troubling to me. The last time we had, what's his name now? Wike's media man.
Larry Olayinka.
Larry,
yes.
Olayinka here.
Yes.
And we asked him a question. And he told us that politicians were in business, that the politician thinks of his belly first before any other consideration. And severally, I have heard politicians say politics is a game. I think you have also made some allusions, to that. So the question I want to ask, for Africa, and particularly Nigeria, where we remain underdeveloped or developing, should politics be a game? That's the question.
Sir, Larry told you nothing but the truth. Politics first is about me, myself, and I. 3 in 1. It's about your interest, it's about your person, it's about whatever you can take from it. Some people are there so that they can use whatever position they have to assist others. Some people are there to make blackmail or to blackmail into getting something into their pocket. Some people are there to cause crisis. Some people are there to share wisdom. It's a matter of interest. When you say belly, well, it's normal. When you walk, you eat. There are gains in it. Yeah. To some people, it's a profession. When you now say it's a game, are we not playing the game now? It's a game. Everything that is happening is a game. 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐿 is playing a game. We can explain his own game.
But
if you now say, excuse
my brother,
me, let me land. I want to land now.
All right.
If you now say, is this good for a developing Nigeria? My brother, if you know it is not good for a developing Nigeria and you have other ways of playing it, I will advise that you join us.
You know, I listened to an interview of one of the leaders in Singapore, and he gave 3 criteria for what we now see as Singapore, which they called MPH: meritocracy, pragmatism, and honesty. To me, it appears politics over there is not about a game. It's about social service. And that's why I was rather, should I say confused, hearing these things from Nigerian politicians.
Sir, it is not that all these qualities are in short supply in Nigeria. There are some politicians that have these qualities. But the question I want to ask you now, sir, is I'm sure you are not willing to join politics, but you expect people who are in it to act and behave as you will want them to do. That is not possible. Number 2, sir, Nigerian politics is so monetized in such a way that both the electorate and the people you all want to elect are enjoying business and partners, in business. As a politician, if you want to contest for an election, even with your genuine intention to serve humanity, if you don't have that money, nobody knows you. Print a good manifesto, analyze it in such a way that an ordinary market woman will understand this is your intention. Swear to God and to Ogun that you will execute or you will do exactly what you are saying. What they will ask you after giving it to them or presenting it to them is kilobade. We have so monetized things in Nigeria that it is very difficult to have the kind of Singapore theory in Nigeria.
But wasn't it
election day?
Okay.
I cannot but agree with you. Because I remember when I contested for the presidency of the student union government in Ife. I contested the election as an independent candidate because I was thinking I was the first to raise this issue of a paradigm shift. The scalp and pace politics in Ife. But will you believe this? Their INEC recorded 4 votes for me.
That's at the university level. And you are now talking of a larger society where money is involved.
But
you have answered your question yourself, sir.
Honorable Day, I mean, is it a cultural thing then? Because I'm wondering where this all started. Because there are those who say it's the political elites that created this culture where they've seen the rate of poverty, they are now taking advantage of it, and the people have gotten used to that culture to the extent that they expect that if you're a lawmaker, for instance, you're coming back home for Christmas or Salah break, they expect a largesse from you. So it's been a cycle really. And on election day as well, I mean, I cover elections. That's what we'll see firsthand, where people will be offered food, all kinds of incentive. Some say vote buying, some say voter inducement and all of that, just to come out and vote or vote for a certain political party. So isn't it the elite like yourself, the politicians, that created this culture that people are now used to and don't want to let go of?
You all know Showore today as a fighter of the common people.
Yes.
We can say Dele Momodu is also, from his writings, can give some leverage of knowledge to him.
Yes.
And we all know Obi to be somebody who Nigerian have even nicknamed as the stingy man. The three of them cannot be a successful politician in Nigeria. If not, they all offer themselves to be the president of this country. What has been the result of the outcome? That answers the question.
Yeah, Obi says, well, in fairness, that the elections were manipulated. That's why he didn't win. That he got 6 million votes. But going back to the question Prof asked earlier about the ADC and the PDP, whether or not you were going to form a coalition or align with them if the PDP is not able to field a candidate in 2027. You said that a southern president, is what will determine what is going to happen. And in the ADC now, there are quite a number of people who have presidential ambition. There's Rotimi Amechi there. There's Peter Obi there as well. And people in his camp are saying, look, he's the best of them all. He has to be given the ticket. It's Obi or nothing. So I want to get your take on that.
Quality is not
yes.
If and when they bring out their candidate,
yes,
that is when if you ask me this question much after that,
yes,
I'll be able to tell you if ADC are in contest or they have lost it. I've given you just one reason why or how they can win an election.
Right.
Is that candidate.
But there are those who argue that, among the southern candidates who have ambition in that coalition, that none of them have what it takes to beat President Tinubu. They say it's only Alhaji Atiku Abubakar that has the experience, the political war chest, if you like, to go up against the person you refer to as a master of the game, the President, Bola Tinubu. That is the only one.
What is the yardstick? If you now say it's only Atiku that can defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu, how many times has Atiku confronted Bola Ahmed Tinubu or has contested election? Did he win? Look at the testimony given by his boss, Olusegun Obasanjo. It's not something that could be easily wished away by Nigerians. So if you now say it is only Atiku, I think it's a wrong assumption. That is not what Nigerians are saying. They told us when he became the candidate in PDP that we already lost that election the day he was chosen as the presidential candidate. And they are still going to repeat that same sentence or statement if ADC picks in. This is why I think the reasoning members of ADC knows that Atiku is totally out of the way. Atiku should not be the candidate.
So the success or failure of the ADC depends on whoever they field in 2027.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly my point.
Yes, and you're not even looking at because 2026 is a big election year for you and your principal in Osun State, Governor Adeleke, is a big year. Another election year in Osun State. So if we're talking about the ADC, we're looking at Osun in that equation as well. Looking at the kind of influence in grassroots politics that somebody like former Governor Rauf Aregbesola has in that state. What's your reading of the situation in terms of where this puts your party, Accord, and the ADC in Osun? Do you think they have what it takes to challenge the governor there?
It's quite unfortunate that in Nigeria we don't have independent candidature. If not, Adeleke wouldn't have bothered himself joining Accord or any political party.
So is that popular?
He has the name, he has the character, he is connected with the people of Osun State to win election any day. That's number one. Number two, Oyetola was there, Adeleke defeated him. If Oyetola is now presenting his former commissioner for finance, who doesn't reside in Osun State but came all the way from Lagos, we don't know him. I'm a politician in Osun.
Yes.
I know politicians in ADC, I know in APC, I know in NNPP, I know in SDP, I know in virtually all political, but we know ourselves. Iyekbanji is not known to anybody other than the master who brought him in as a commissioner and is now nominating him as the governorship candidate. And look at it from another angle. All the known politicians in Osun State who are in APC, if they have presented any of them, we will know that we are in a contest. If you now disqualify the likes of Oyinla Omishore and Omoba Dotun Babayemi and all others, and you now put up somebody just on the basis that he was former commissioner for finance under Oyetola, who we defeated, I think it is illogical to say that Iyekbanji is in contest with us. In ADC,
yes.
in APC, you need to do your investigation about what is happening with him. He's so polarized and divided with that primary election they did. It wasn't a primary election, primary selection they did. I don't want to reveal any strategy, but I can tell you that we don't have problem in Osun State. We are going to campaign.
What about the ADC factor?
The
ADC factor, Aregbesola.
Aregbesola, I don't want to reveal our strategy. Aregbesola is, is a formidable individual in Osun.
Yes.
You can't rule out the element of alliance and collaboration. He is not wanted by the presidency or the APC. And he cannot have Adeleke as another enemy. The enemy of my friend is my the friend of my enemy is my enemy.
Hasn't Adeleke also aligned with the president, declaring his support for him at some point?
Let's leave that. Let us win our election.
Because
our election comes before the presidency. It's one step after the other.
Yes. Because, there are people who said that Governor Adeleke was trying to protect his interests. In fact, we saw his nephew, Davido, visit the president. We saw him also declaring support for the president as well. That, if somebody is bigger than you, sometimes you just have to align with the person.
Exactly.
Yes.
We agree. That is, you see, if there is a devil,
yes,
if there is a devil in Oyo State that we know we have to worship to win our election, we will come and beg him.
All right. So if Aregbe is the devil you need to worship in Osun State, you go and beg Aregbesola as well.
Don't worry. Of course, we will contact everybody. That's the essence of campaign.
Because he aided you.
You go to everybody. You need everybody.
Yes. Because he aided you in the first term, right? Because of his clash with the Oyetola at that time, he aided the victory of Governor Adeleke in the first term.
And has that clash been settled? No.
So the election for you is not going to be as competitive as the last one. It's not going to be as competitive. You are confident that like that.
We are confident. You see, I don't want to put God when we are talking politics. I would have said, by the grace of God. But let's leave God out of it. Plus God minus God. That is politics. But in this, our strategies are intact, and we can tell you that we are going to win that election.
Right. Okay. Let me go to Prof now. Prof. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We still talking about 2027. I think that in Oyo State, Accord has a record, but in Osun State, I doubt whether Accord has a record. I think the Governor Adeleke and his group are just using Accord as a vehicle for the 2027 election. And has spoken with so much confidence, and I'm wondering where ADC stands in Osun State, and if they form an alliance with PDP, the remnants of PDP, and they get a very strong candidate, would that not be a challenge to Governor Adeleke, given the fact that Accord is not a well-established party in Osun State?
Now, let me tell you what is happening in Osun State.
Right.
Number one, when you talk of Accord is just a name. Political party is just a name. It is the people that are inside that form the party.
I agree.
I can tell you that the larger number of PDP in Osun State, or the whole of PDP in Osun State, are now in accord with Accord.
Okay.
So when you say PDP, you know how we respond? PDP accordingly.
Okay.
That has been the slogan now. PDP accordingly. So you don't have to entertain any fear about the name or political party. It is the people. And the PDP has populated Accord. Okay. Now, another thing is ADC has gotten a candidate. That is the former Speaker of the House of Assembly, Najim from Ejigbo. that simple exercise within ADC created crisis just like it did in APC. There is a man from Iwo, Adeoti, who served as SSG to Aregbesola. He put out of ADC is like dividing ADC into two. Our strategy is on that. And we have another one which we all believe in one umbrella, which we call Imole.
Okay.
In Osun State, we all shout Imole, Imole, Imole. Imole is now the platform for Ademola Adeleke. PDP will be under Imole. Accord will be under Imole. Aggrieved APC will be under Imole. Aggrieved ADC will be under Imole. We will all have our meetings and political strategy under Imole. After that meeting, we all go back to our different political parties. I will go to my PDP. People in Accord will go to Accord. People in APC will go to APC. This is what we are going to use to win the election.
Quite interesting when you said PDP accordingly. I mean, and I also remember that the PDP, APC accordingly. The PDP also has a candidate in person of is it Frayo now? Yes.
Can we stop this joke? We are talking seriously here, please. Don't let us introduce another joke into it. Who is Frayo?
Imagine.
Who is Frayo? Frayo is not a member of any political party in Osun. Not only in PDP, not any political party in Osun. You all Google his name now, for God's sake.
But he was in the news.
Why do you want to introduce him into serious discussion this morning?
But I mean, he was unveiled at some point as a candidate of the party, so that's why I brought him up. Yes.
That is to tell you that is to tell you the kind of a person Seyi Makinde is. Frayo, I'm telling you, and I'm saying it to the public. Frayo lives in Governor Seyi Makinde's house. Verify that. He lives there. They were looking for a way, in court, discipline, to discipline Adeleke for going to a court. And what they planned to do was to blackmail him or, at least disrupt him. They now said, okay, since he's no longer in Accord, let us go and put up a candidate in Osun. They were looking for people, for good politicians in Osun. They contacted a lot of people. They couldn't find any. Simply because all of them were in accord with Demola Adeleke. It was on the eve of that night that they now said, well, but Frayo, you are from Ife now. Yes, we can put you forward. And they now brought all their people from Oyo State. Not a single member of PDP in Osun participated in that, just like you know how he organizes things now. Did he not organize the national convention in Ibadan?
Because
he did exactly that in Osun.
Yes.
Brought out all these people and they said, okay, we have voted for you as our candidate as PDP. Am I not a member of PDP? Am I not a delegate?
Yeah. Because
I invited to that.
I'm reading this, Honorable Demi. I mean, from the Guardian. Yes. It was the Guardian that first broke that story sometime in December. It was the Guardian that broke the story of Frayo's emergence, and they said 957 people were accredited to vote, and he got 919 votes. So I'm thinking, where did those 957 people come from? If you are saying there was no member of the PDP in Osun State that attended that primary, where did they come from then?
You know, the abracadabra Seyi can spring now, for God's sake. Where will you get? In fact, we have to vote for a governor tomorrow. We will not get as much as 950 something. You don't need 957 delegates to vote for a candidate. The people who are to elect a governor are former national officers, governors, rep, and whatever. The present members of House of Assembly and the present local government chairman. That's it. That's the number.
Yeah.
So why do you need 957 to come and vote for a guy? That's just to tell you that when you want to plan evil, you just have to be too smart. He wasn't smart with that. He wasn't smart from the candidates to the number of delegates to the arrangement to the outcome and everything. He wasn't smart. That's Sheyi for you.
Mm. And interestingly, despite Governor Adeleke's resignation from the party at the time, his name still appeared on that ballot, when the primary was conducted. Yes.
That is Sheyi Makinde's abracadabra.
Mm. Okay, let's go to Barrister now.
That
Barrister.
is his invention.
Barrister.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Larry, my brother. I want
Is
to give you an
Diron
opportunity.
It's not Larry.
Sorry,
Diron.
Diron.
Odeyemi.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I want to give you an opportunity to play politics this morning.
Okay.
And remember, your answer will determine whether you are one step in your party and one step towards Tinubu too. Okay. Let me go this way. In 2023, Tinubu was at hunger. And from my observation, he was, neglected, should I use the word, by other world leaders, And that probably informed why he was conspicuously absent in 2024 and 2025. Now, world leaders are Davos. From what we have seen, Obasanjo appears to be the de facto president of Nigeria at that conference, and the jure president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is missing in action. Do you think that is good for the country?
Let me summarize it this way. What you are saying is, in international community, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not recognized or is not popular. Let me now add my own.
Yes.
In Nigeria, what you are saying about Bola Ahmed Tinubu is cosmetic. The people are joining APC to say they are supporting him as an history. Almost 29 governors supported Jonathan. He didn't win the election. What I can say, in a way, is that by the special grace of God, we are going to see what is going to happen to Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027.
But those who say that, we can't, because you yourself, you talked about him being somebody who understands the game. And a lot of people have commended President Jonathan that he's not the average African leader, how they act in terms of how he was, not hesitant in picking up the phone to congratulate Muhammadu Buhari at the time who won the 2015 election. That the kind of politicians we have, not all of them can be likened to the character of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And those who have also talked about President Tinubu's capacity. I remember reading this interview, this write-up that, what's his name now? Former governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido, where he spoke about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He says he's a man he knows very well. He's a man that has capacity to do both good and evil. So if a man that you've also described as a master of the game like that, is so praised among politicians, among his colleagues, and amongst the political elites, how do you now say that 29 governors supported Jonathan in 2015, they lost? The fact that 20-something governors supporting Tinubu now does not mean he will win. Don't you see his capacity in terms of being able to do what it takes to win that re-election in 2027?
Coercive capacity. Almighty federal might. That is what the people are worshipping now. And when I say he's a master of the game, I meant it. And I say it exactly who he is. Of course, if you knew what you did against PDP for you to win an election, organize protests on a daily basis, criticize the government, flip it, and you now guide against it when you came there, then it has meaning. One can describe you as a master of the game negatively. But if you are now saying his capacity or those qualities will win him an election, I would say that we should all wait until 2027 What you are seeing now is the silence of the graveyard. There are people at the camping. When you are in office, people tend to praise you. They praise you to high heaven. When the decisions are to be made, that is when you will see the people in action. And don't forget, people have said this severally. The next election is not going to be about the people who come to his camp. It's not going to be about the governors, the number of governors he has in his city as a president. No, it's going to be an election between Ahmed Bola Tinubu and the people of Nigeria.
But don't the governors hold the structure in their states?
Who are unemployed, who don't have money to spend, who are suffering. It is then you will know whether Nigerians are really ready to take their destiny in their hands.
But aren't these governors powerful in terms of holding the structure in their respective states? That, you don't take a state governor for granted, if he declares support for a president. They are very powerful in the state. They hold the structure in the states. Maybe that's perhaps the advantage APC is hoping to leverage.
Can you repeat the question, please?
You said that is the election between the president and Nigerians, not the state governors, that they will not determine anything. But I'm saying that, don't you think the governors have the structure? They have, what it takes to marshal the support within their state and let the president win the election. Just the way Governor Makinde, helped the president to win on your state. The governors hold the structure in their respective states as well. That's an advantage for him.
Not all the governors have that capacity. Or the good image that they will now control the entire membership of the state or the electorate. Some governors are not even good on their own. They cannot win an election on their own. Going to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they think we save them. We know many of them. But let's wait until the election comes.
Right. Okay, we'll take a short commercial break now. When we get back, we'll be getting your thought. Don't forget, we're live on Facebook, 32FM 949 Fenye. You can also join us via the phone lines when we come back from this break. Do stay with us.
Live for the weekend. It's a 3-day weekend.
Party in here. 94.9. 32 FM.
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes, double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star double cubes, made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that deep flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie double cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Win from over 80 million naira in cash and exciting prizes in the Golden Hunt promo.
This promo, there's no need for advert anymore.
Because
my mom alone can hunt down any gist. How much more 80 million naira in prizes with the whole family involved?
Naija, let the Golden Hunt begin. Just buy any Golden Morn Golden Hunt 30 gram or 45 gram promo pack. Look inside for a unique code and dial *8011*1# for a chance to win big. Promo ends April 15, 2026. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
32 FM News. First, we're telling real stories.
We air stories from the perspectives of the people. Stories that our people can relate with.
In news delivery, we are fast, objective, and accurate.
We're all about changing the narratives by telling underreported stories and bringing those behind the news to your doorsteps.
At 12 noon and 4 p.m., we will continue to bring you comprehensive and factual news at home and across our various social platforms.
The stories you need to keep up with, from community news to sports, business, politics, and a lot more.
32 FM News, first with telling real stories.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Creamer.
And where you need to have the break time.
Kivo Creamer.
If not tea, Papa Garita.
Kivo Creamer. Kivo Creamer.
Báwo ni òkú ṣe ń sọnù ní dìpátímẹ́ǹtì yín gan-an pàápàá?
Bókù ṣe ń sọnù, à ń sun jẹ ni.
Adébìtẹ́ o, ọba Adébìtẹ́ o, kádé pẹ́ lórí, kí bàtà pẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ kẹ́ ló lẹ̀ yí pẹ́, ọba Adébìtẹ́ o.
Sinimá lórí ìkànnì
ìkànnì 32 FM 94.9 kí ìrìn jíǹgbì wọjà ayọ̀dún ayọ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àsìkò tó wà yìí o láti máa jẹ̀gbáládùn ètò àràmàǹdà tí ń ṣàfihàn sinimá àgbéléwò Yorùbá Nollywood lédè Yorùbá pọ́nbélé ẹ jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ yànnàná ẹ̀ kádẹ́jàmọ̀ yàtọ̀ sẹ́jà àwọn òwúlẹ̀ dá ìtàn àwọn òṣèré wo ló kópa nú ẹ̀ báwo ni wọ́n ṣe kópa ṣé wọ́n fakọyọ àbí wọn ò fakọyọ ẹ máa pàdé Waheed Ṣọlá ọ̀rọ̀ lábí pírẹsẹ̀ntà lọ́jọ́ Ẹtì Friday ni ó máa wáyé báyìí o láàrin aago kan sáago méjì ọ̀sán lórí ìkànnì 32 FM 94.9 sinimá àgbéléwò Yorùbá Nollywood tó jáde lọ́sẹ̀ yìí a ó jọ yànnàná ẹ̀ ni.
Imagine this. You're listening to the radio. The phone rings. It's you calling in. Your heart's pounding. As I ask, what is the capital of Azerbaijan? Baku! Your answer is correct. 4 more questions, each one tougher than the last. Final question. How many sides does a dodecahedron have? Yes, you have just won 5,000 naira. This could be your child on the Smart Kids Show. 5 questions, 5 subjects, 5,000 naira. Don't let your child miss out. Tune in every weekday, Mondays through Fridays on 32 FM 94.9, 7:30 to 7:55 a.m. Join the Smart Kids team. This show is for kids between the ages of 5 to 11.
Ahlan wa sahlan famarhaba ya sharral karim. Oṣù bùkún oṣù àforíjìn oṣù Ramadan máa wulẹ̀ máa rọra oṣù tí Ọlọ́run Ọba Allah sọ wípé gbogbo ẹni bá ṣe dáadáa kan níbẹ̀ òun yóò san ní ẹ̀san lọ́pọ̀ nínú iṣẹ́ ládá tí ẹ̀dá tún lè ṣe tí ládá ẹ̀dá ó tún fi tẹ̀sùn lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run Ọba Allah ó ní kí ẹ̀dá ó máa ná nínú tí Ọlọ́run fún lóore sójú ọ̀nà tọlọ́run kí ládá tèmi tìrẹ lè tún tẹ̀sùn lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run Ọba Allah pàtàkì jùlọ nínú oṣù Ramadan ìdí nìyí tí ìkànnì 32 FM 94.9 tá a kalẹ̀ ká sájà kan kókó ọ̀zùgbẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn fi ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ètò ọlọ́kùn òjọ̀kan tí a lè ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ nínú oṣù Ramadan náà yìí láti jẹ́ kí ládàá tiwa náà tún kún kẹ́kẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run Ọba àwọn ètò tí a lè ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ rẹ̀ bíi wáàsí ọlọ́gbọ̀n ìṣẹ́jú oníṣẹ́jú mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún oníṣẹ́jú mẹ́wàá àti oníṣẹ́jú márùn-ún bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni ìrun pípè lọ́lọ́kùn òjọ̀kan àti àwọn ètò kíní àti ètò ìpolówó ọjà lówó tí ò gajara lọ fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ̀lọ́ àlì ní 081 43 38 0224 Yusuf 080 53 56 11 31 Ramadan ọdún yìí kò ní jẹ́ àṣemọ fún wa o Allahumma àmín.
Àwọn tí tún dòde oṣù Ramadan mọ́rí abá.
Every meal I cook must taste just right. Rich, delicious, full of love.
We hear you. Your Maggie Star in double cubes, double the flavor, double the convenience. The same trusted taste you love. Maggie Star double cubes, made from fermented soya and other selected ingredients for that deep flavor and quality that only Maggie brings to your dishes.
Absolutely delicious.
Get Maggie double cubes today. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back. The Podium on 32 FM 94.9. We've been talking to Honorable Diron Adeyemi, chieftain of the PDP. We're discussing the crisis in the PDP 2027 election, Osun State election this year, 2026 as well. You can be a part of the conversation by dropping your comment on Facebook, 32 FM 949 Fenye. Like the video, share and drop your comments there. You can also call 0705 5000 949. That's 0705 500949. You can call 0809 7000 949, 0809 7000 949, or 0906 2000 949. Those are the numbers to call if you want to be a part of the conversation. Let me quickly go to our Facebook page right now. Okay, this is from Okedron Batunde. It says, what has APC administration done that will deserve a second term? What has the Accord Party done in Osun State that will make people vote for the party? What is the position of our guest on politicians dumping one party for the other, especially governors and legislators? It says politicians can never be trusted because they are all self-centered. A primary election will scatter ADC. It is just a matter of time. PDP is gone because we and Makinde cannot reposition the party because they are running after personal ambition, not the affairs of the party. 𝐃𝐈𒒄 says, we can't legislate prosperity into existence in a society of high moral decadence. The campaign is nothing than a silence of the graveyard. So, anybody, I just want to draw your attention to a question on the page. I think I read it earlier. It says, what's your position on politicians jumping one party for the other, especially governors and legislators? There are those who even say that once you jump ship, you should vacate the seat because you got elected to that seat via the platform of that political party in the first place.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll quickly grab all the questions. That accord, let me answer this one.
Yes.
That accord that the party cannot win an election in Osun is a wrong understanding of politics and how it works. I've just analyzed it that accord may not be a party that is known in Osun, but the PDP and the people that populated it are known in Osun. And strategically, accord is number one on the ballot paper. It is easy for people to say, just put your thumb, which is the symbol of accord, on number one. So that accord will not win an election, I disagree. Then number two, PDP is gone. I have no contest against that. PDP is gone for now, temporarily. Then the third one, about people joining political party. I work with, if I am to say today, the person who brought me into big politics, it is a late Otumba Alawo Akala. Alawo Akala left PDP at the point in time. I didn't follow him. Instead, I went back to my own state, Osun. Even in Osun State, the person I align myself with is Otumba Iyola Omishole, who happens to be a year my senior in secondary school. So I know him in and out. When he left PDP, I did not follow him. So in a way, you will see that my position is, if politics is not your vocation, if you know it is the interest of the masses that matters to you, wherever you are politically, you can still operate and serve humanity. Not joining the party, I think, or jumping ship, I see it as a way of fulfilling your own personal wish. Or you want to contest an election and you think it's only through this political party that I can win. Whereas it is wrong. So I disagree. And I dislike people who leave one political party and join the other. And that was the reason why I aligned myself with D5 or the likes of YUSUF. Because Atiku jumped, Tampuwa jumped, Bukola Saraki jumped, all of them went away. So you cannot come back, go. How many parties has Atiku joined now? It will go, it will come, it will go, it will come. So I dislike people joining political parties because they want to contest an election. And I still believe that if you contest an election and won as a governor, if you are leaving that position, you should leave that governorship position. Because nobody voted for you on the basis of your name. You were voted for the political party that people voted for. If you now leave such political party, you should be able to leave that position. But to what extent have we been able to test our laws? Even on the floor of the House of Assembly and the rest, you see people waking up as APC today and jumping and becoming PDP tomorrow, and they still have the audacity to send that letter to the same person who should even discourage that and say the law is against it, or the electoral law is against it. The constitution of the country is against it. We have all bastardized things in Nigeria that anything goes.
Right. And to be honest, I mean, since I've known you, you've been a member of the PDP. Even though those who align yourself with might have left the party, but you've always been a member of the PDP, and that's something very rare in this country today. But let's quickly look at what is unfolding in Rivers, because it's a never-ending story in that state. You know, it's been about 2 years now. We saw the intervention of the president. That didn't work. A state of emergency was declared. They said it was to save the governor and prevent an impeachment move against him. That didn't work as well. The state of emergency ended. The governor resumed office. You know, impeachment proceedings started against him. Even though there is a bit of drama regarding that impeachment, all kinds of court cases here and there, and the panel that has been set up as well. So what do you think is working against Governor Fubara at the moment in terms of being able to assert himself as the governor of the state and end this crisis once and for all?
Honestly, I don't like the likes of Fubara in politics. Fubara is never a politician. He was a civil servant. He has no consistency. He has no political leader. He knows nobody. Wike was everything to him when he won the election. And I'm not saying Wike should teleguide him or should dictate to him, but as a governor, you should be able to know when to stop. Well, the crisis at the first instance, when the presidency waded into it, good enough. I think the recent one is political. And it's quite unfortunate that he allowed what happened to him in the first instance to happen the second time. The first one was caused by the people we can petition and brush aside the politicians who wanted to succeed him that were not chosen. They were the ones that connived with Fubara that you can fight Wike. They joined him to fight Wike. That one failed. You must have learned your lesson. The recent one that is happening now is between Wike and Uzodimma. Uzodimma is the chairman of the APC Governors Forum.
Yes.
Wike wanted to support Anyanwu, the secretary, to succeed Uzodimma in Imo. Uzodimma already has somebody that will succeed him. It is now a case of, if you go to my state to foment trouble, I will go to your state and foment trouble too. It was Uzodimma that now went to Fubara and said, "We can help you to fight Wike." He now encouraged him to come and join APC. He now took him to the presidency. This was exactly what happened to you when you fought Wike, when the people he did not choose as God to succeed him could not with you to fight him. Now you are aligning with another governor to fight Wike. We will see the end. I think it's a bad politics. What I expect him to do is to govern well, if possible, put himself forward for a second term on self-recognition due to his performance. If he's able to win that election, good luck. If he loses, he should go to his house gently, not the kind of crisis and troubles that is fermenting in Rivers State. And regarding the impeachment,
yes,
I'll be so sad if the judiciary is brushed aside or is not allowed to perform its functions simply because we are playing politics. Honestly, I'll be sad with that. Because that will be the beginning of many wrong things again. We have been doing a lot of things that are wrong in this country. But if you now say the presidency is wading into it, and as a result, the judiciary should not do the right thing or should not go ahead, so of course, the judiciary can still investigate Fubara and say, yes, they don't find there is no reason for his impeachment. Not that it will stop the process of the impeachment. I disagree with it.
Right, and one of the things I've heard is, when he referred to himself as the O1 of the APC in Rivers State. I mean, as a politician, isn't the governor the O1 of a political party in a state? Because isn't the governor the leader of a party in a state? Because it was after that comment and I think his engagement with Senator Jibola Basiru, Hope Uzodimma and the likes that Governor Wike now sent a warning that they should stay clear of Rivers politics. And those who also said, look, Governor Wike, former Governor Wike, you are a member of the PDP, you are serving the government of the APC at the federal level. You've been adequately compensated. Why do you want to meddle in the affairs of the APC in your states where you are not even a card-carrying member of that state? So those two issues. First, Governor Fubara calling himself O1. Isn't the governor the leader of the party in a state? And two, Wike wanting to, according to arguments, trying to meddle in the affairs of the APC in Rivers.
It is all the political banter. When you throw jabs towards your enemy. We already know whoever is the governor is the leader of the party because he will pays the piper the team.
Yeah.
You have the resources, you have the money, you have everything to call meetings and give people money that they will hail you and say you are the leader. So it's automatically the leader.
Yes.
Whether anybody likes it or not. Saying it publicly is just like throwing a jab. That's number one. Then number two, the politics in Rivers State, to many people and to many journalists, it's like the more you look, the less you see. Wike is not in APC, but I can tell you, with his hold on with his attachment to the presidency, you can't brush him away in APC. He even has more saying in APC than some people who are in APC. So when he wants other people not to come to their state to say anything, he knows what he's saying because politics is more deeper than the way people are seeing it. Wike is in PDP and at the same time in APC. So if anybody is saying is 001,
yes,
Wike can become 00001.
Right, thank you. Okay, let me go to Barrister now. Barrister? Hello,
Yes.
Barrister. Yes.
Thank you very much, Toba. My brother, Diron,
Yes, sir.
we get wahala for your state.
Yes.
Our KBCs have started fighting themselves again. When Ajimobi was governor.
Barrister, please hold that thought, sir. Hold that thought. Hello. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Jide. I'm calling from Okala. Good morning, Prof. and Barrister and Dr. Odeyemi. Now, my question to Dr. Odeyemi is it true? I don't know whether he has mentioned it, but is it true that the Governor Adeleke tried to join APC before he was rejected by APC chieftains, especially with Baba Konde in Osun State? Then why did he possibly choose APC before Accord? Then, second question is, he says Dr. Odeyemi is a politician and he knows governors in Oyo State from 1999. Can you please do brief summary for us? The strength and weakness of each governor from Lamadeshina to Governor Seyi Makinde. So thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, do you want to answer that before Barrister asks his question?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
The question.
No,
I didn't hear
okay. So the first one is he said there were speculations, according to him, at the time before Governor Adeleke joined Accord that he was considering the APC. And according to him also, he said he heard that after he was, according to him, rejected by the likes of Baba Konde in the APC, that's when he chose Accord. So Accord was like an afterthought to Governor Adeleke. So he wanted to know if that was true, that he actually was considering the APC. That was the first one. The second one was asking you to do a bit of a comparison of governors in Oyo State from Lamadeshino to the current governor, Seyi Makinde, in terms of their performance, strength, and weaknesses as well. So I think those are the two questions. Do you want to quickly respond then? Barrister will ask his question. Yes.
Number one, the issue of going to APC was more of an invitation by ADC governors, by APC governors, of which, when all the governors met, the APC governors tried to persuade Adeleke to come to their fold. And Adeleke was like, if I contest under any umbrella, I'm going to win. So if you now invite me to APC, there's nothing wrong there. It was at the contemplation of going that the likes of Omishori, who thought it would be Adeleke coming to join them, will automatically become the governor. And he was interested in becoming the governor, not knowing that they were not going to elect him. So he was the one that came on here to say Adeleke will not be welcome in APC. And according to me, he was speaking the minds of other APC leaders in Osun. And we reverted back. It is not that we had gone. We were not rejected. We were still talking.
Okay.
So going to Accord, just like I said, Accord is fitting for Ademola Adeleke. Now, coming to the issue of which of the governors performed best in Oyo State, my best performing governor will be late Otumba Alao Akala. He was the best performing governor in all areas and in all terms. He served humanity.
Including the Buje Budano.
When you say Buje Budano, it's recognizing your old friends a crime. If I'm in the position, if I'm now a governor and I have friends, and I believe that he said what?
He said he will be staying at the government house.
I will be sitting in the board of the state house gate, so that I will collect my own now.
No. What, you see, now let me tell you something. Let me tell you a small thing. When the governor was having his birthday, it's normal for some people who like him to give him donations, to give him gifts. I remember one of the gifts gifted to him by the Glow Adenuga.
Yes.
Was 2 cars or 2 jeeps just for his birthday. Adenuga is now a contractor in Oyo State. It's just a friend of the governor or somebody who admired the governor. The governor gave the 2 gifts to his friend. He gave the car to his friends. So he's somebody that recognizes friendship. He's somebody that believes in humanity. If we are going to Ife or to any occasion, they call him Ometo. They ask him Oyato, simply because when we are going, they will say, oh, you know, we are going to Ife. We are going to meet the chiefs. Of course, we have to give them something. In the olden days, it is kola nut. Nowadays, it's money. We are going to meet the area boys. We are going to meet drummers. We are going to meet this. We are going to meet that. So let us prepare ourselves on what we are going to do for them. So we plan ahead. And by the time we get there, if you are praising him, he already knows what to do. He's a social man. He's somebody that connects with people. So, and in terms of achievement, you cannot say, Governor Adebayo allowed you not achieve in Oyo State. He did well, excellently well.
I don't agree with you. You know, Alao Akala was a man who never betrayed friendship. So I will agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Now let me go to my
question. Yes, go ahead.
In 20, can I remember now? Anyway.
No, you were talking about
our royal fathers.
Yes,
that's where I am.
Yes.
Because of the infighting of our royal fathers, the late Ajimobi suspended the Council of Obas and Chiefs. And subsequent to that, Seyi Makinde amended the chieftaincy law of Oyo State and arrogated to himself, permit me to use that word, the hitherto powers held by the Council of Obas and Chiefs. I am presently in court. Hopefully, the judgment will be out soon concerning that. But the same Seyi Makinde has now turned around to give life to the Council of Obas and Chiefs, and of course, implemented what had always been in the books, that the chairmanship of the body be rotated between the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Don Bomosho, and His Royal Majesty, the Alaafin of Oyo. But rather than accept this peaceful arrangement, the royal fathers appears to have gone to buy boxing gloves. You are from Osun, and there are first-class obas in Osun State, and it appears to be peaceful over there. What is it that we are not doing right in Oyo State from your observation? Because we need the fathers, the royal fathers, to be united for development to come into the land.
Yeah, the royal fathers are subject of politicians. It appears as if whoever is the governor is even more powerful than our royal fathers, and it's everywhere. Yes, Seyi is using his own power in a way that he thinks he can use it. I want to bring you back to an issue. Let's not hide away from the fact that at a point in time, Seyi's moves were against Ladoja becoming the Olubadan of Ibadan. At a point in time. But now that it has pleased God to make Olubadan the Olubadan, or the Ladoja the Olubadan, the power that Seyi is putting behind him now is understandable. We have done similar things during our own time when I worked with Governor Alao Akala. Alaafin of Oyo, later Adeyemi, was against us because for political reasons. We have to use political power that we had then to work against him too. We did that in two ways. We placed late Ashipa. We recognize Ashipa over him. That's one. Two, we removed him as the permanent chairman of Obas. Just to have our own pound of flesh. That is exactly what Sheyi is using now. These governors have the power to do and undo. The royal stools are just there. And if they like themselves, they should dance to the tune of whoever is the governor. He holds the horsewhip. He can wipe anybody at any time.
Right. Let's quickly. Okay. All right.
And I think it is the Alaafin that should now play the politics well by having friends among traditional rulers in Oyo State. He's too isolated. The unfortunate thing for him is he's an introvert like Sheyi, and when two introverts fight, you can predict the outcome.
Yeah.
And don't forget to let us into the basis for the peace in Osun. Do you also have a council of Obas and chiefs?
Yes.
And who is the chairman?
In Osun State, it's not contestable that Oni of Ife is the chairman. All other vice positions are rotational. Between Orogunila, Oba Obokun Jeshala, I think Olu was there, I'm not sure. So they agreed to that rotation, and there has not been any crisis. And I can tell you, even among the traditional rulers, they do discipline themselves. At a point in time, I remember Oluwo was suspended for some misbehaviors among the traditional rulers. Even though before the expiration of his suspension, they forgive him. So among themselves, there is discipline.
Right. I mean, there are historical evidences as well of rivalry among traditional rulers in the southwest. Perhaps the separation of Osun from Oyo State also stems from that rivalry between the Oni at the time and they're laughing at the time as well. But quickly, before I go to Prof, of course, we're wrapping up very soon, about 5 minutes. I just want to get your take back to politics now. What are your expectations of INEC? It's a big election year for you in Osun State, 2026, that's one, and then ahead of 2027 as well, and the clamor for fresh electoral reforms in 2027. What would you like to see to change, looking at your experience in the last election in Osun, experience in the last election in 2023, as we project to Osun 2026 and Nigeria 2027? Very quickly, in about a minute, and then we'll go to Prof and we'll wrap up.
I expect the new INEC chairman to be an unbiased umpire. I expect the new chairman of INEC to do the right thing in the next election. I want to believe these are the new elections that will judge his character and will determine who he is and if we are going to have peace in 2027. And they should not forget that the international community are closely watching our elections in Nigeria. In Osun State, we have no problem if the umpire can be truthful, straightforward, and allow election to go smoothly. Regarding 2027, I expect a lot of reforms in our electoral system. I expect a lot of reforms. And if that is not done, if we go into this election the way we did the other ones, we are not likely to have a credible election.
Right. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to Prof now. Prof, very quickly, your final round of questions and comment as we wrap up with Honorable Dino Deyemi.
Yeah, I think that by the time the campaigns are open, we begin to see crossfire. And we have a very clear idea how strong the Accord Party is, how strong the ADC is likely to be. Now, we started by talking about the cost of politics. So, do you envisage a situation where less money will decide election in 2027, or you think that beginning from 2026 we'll begin to have a feeler of what role money is going to play? Because when you talk about Accord, what comes to my mind is probably Governor Adeleke has sufficient war chest to be able to match any of the parties. And I think that it's a very vital aspect of politics. So, what do you envisage in the election in Osun State this year?
More money will determine who wins the election in 2027. Before we started with 5,000, the Boko Sibe. Later it graduated the Boko Rally. You know how much it costs to buy the land now.
Yes.
So maybe this time around it's going to be the Boko Kole.
That's quite interesting. Right. Thank you so much, Honorable Adeyemi, for joining us. Thank you, Prof. Barrister, as we wrap up.
I see that my brother Adiro has been laughing since.
Yes.
Because we always want you to laugh before you leave our program. So let me quickly go back to the one I said before. God's willing, 2027 belongs to my brother, the current governor of the state. I say, when you people win, I know say YUSUF go there for one big place there. I will be coming to sleep in front of the gate of the state house. Sure, you go help me put foam and mosquito net until I collect my share. I be waiting go happen now. I be Prof. What do you say?
If you have any reason to come and sleep in front of the government house, you are a protester.
Right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Adeyemi. Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Barrister. Thank you, dear listener, for joining us on the podium this morning. I'll be back again on Wednesday for the midweek edition. My name is OLORUNTOBA YUSUF. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning. Bye for now.